Yeah, they kept letting the water run out into the ocean. What do they expect, man? They're idiots. Oh, idiots, 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 idiots. Okay, today's a short show today. So we figured out what I'm going to be doing upstairs in the workshop. I got it all set up. Daniel's going to finish the tables today and tomorrow, so that I will all have everything set up for Wednesday's 7 to 8 show. Now, I'm going to pre-tape a couple shows. They're not all going to be live. They're going to be just 1 hour episodes of. It's going to be called 132nd 101, or the basics of 132nd, because 132nd is what I started selling back in 1997. Now, I always state, which I've always stated this, I've never claimed that I am a expert in cars and drivers and all that. Okay. Good morning, everybody. I never claimed that. Okay. All and you're going to get more of this on my trip to Vegas, because I'm going to do since I'm going to be driving a long time, I decided that I'm going to do several of Adam will love these because he always does. I'm going to do several of videos on exactly, and I've done these before, but you might not want to go look at all the old videos. So I'm going to do a video on who is Brian Young. And I've got 9 hours to tell you, because I had I wouldn't say a nervous breakdown, but I had an emotional breakdown yesterday morning before going to church. Actually, driving to church, my wife was in the car, the kids, and I just started crying, not burying my soul. But I told her, I said, and so this goes to slot cars. There's one thing that I'm very good at. Okay, I'm a great salesman. I can sell anything. Okay. It's the management that I don't necessarily. I've got a lot of ideas. Give it to the other people. Let them run everything. Okay. I'm just great at sales, plain and simple, which I'm beginning to realize more and more. I don't like the management. I just want to sell. Okay. It's like an addiction. Okay. Well, so I started, selling slot cars back in 1997 for Irwin Toy, and that's what started everything in 1997. And I got to know the product, and I got to know all the products. I got to know Scale Electric, I got to know SCX, I got to know Carrera, and Scale Electric, SCX, and Carrera are really the three main brands. Then you have Ninko, but Ninko really didn't have a lot of sets in the beginning, and then they jumped in with a lot of sets in the mid 2000s, 2001 to 2004. And what is really amazing is that Ninko did not have a very long lifetime. Okay. Watching you from Tennessee today on vacation. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to give people that maybe want to get into slot cars, maybe not know about getting into slot cars. I'm going to have 3 different tables that are going to be combinable, but then separate. And I'm going to just go over, 1 week it will be Scale Electric. Next week I might do Ninko. And then I might combine. I might lay all the track out and say, here's all the different track. Okay. Here's all the different layouts you can do. Here are the cars. I'm going to show all the different cars. Okay. Now, and this is what's translating into our 8 show, is that people want to always improve their cars, and some people just like to race just to have fun. Okay, and you build your collection based on that. Okay, get a bunch of guys in there and get them the same cars and just race. Okay, and so we're gonna set up. We're gonna do 1 week. I might do a really weird layout and might have a lot of elevations and everything, just to show you the potential of what you can do. Because people have been demanding that I do something 1/32, which I agree I needed to do something. So we got the shed all cleaned up last night. We got everything organized. I have all the track on 2 trays that we will then be using to do different demos of all the different 1/32 scale sets. And we also have a polycar set that we're going to open up and set up too. So it is going to be very interactive. Okay, everything that we have and we do, we're going to go into detail on from the consumer standpoint. Okay, now everybody knows, that I have not been a fan of Carrera, so we're going to go in detail on Carrera because I want to sell more Carrera than I do right now. And the only way you can sell something to other people is if you are thank you very much, if you get excited about it. Okay, the only reason that I push SCX and Scale Electric and Nico is that they're all 3 combinable. You can combine them together. Now, what it would be neat if somebody decided to make a Carrera convertible track. Okay, that they could take Carrera, and Carrera should do it. They should do a Carrera to Scale Electric, okay, terminal track, and we appreciate that, because that would be a great thing for if in case people want to add. Now, maybe not a lot of people would want to do that. Okay, Carrera has always been a independent company. They're an Austrian company, a European company, and so they they have a different system. Okay, that is it's completely different, and I'm going to show that to people so that they can have a judgment call of what system they want. I always tell people though, if you have limited space, okay, you don't want to go with Carrera. If you're limited space, okay, if you're just in this nice small area, you can get a larger Scale Electric track than you could do with Carrera. Now, if you don't mind that your Carrera is small, okay, then yes. But I always tell people if you're going to do a home course, 2 sheets of plywood. Where can you put 2 sheets of plywood in the location that you want to build your layout? Okay. Now, the optimal size layout, which I've always said, and you can go back to my videos 10 years ago, the ultimate layout. If you want to see the ultimate layout, go to my older videos of almost 10 years ago. Matter of fact, 2009, exactly, I think when I did it, which is longer. It's 12 years ago. 19, 20, 23 years ago. Oh my gosh. That is 4 sheets of plywood. That's an 8x16. That's a perfect table. You can do anything you want on an 8x16 table. Anything. There's no limit to what your mind can do. I had that set up in the workshop. Okay, you can see the video. I had families come over and play on the track. Okay. Now today's a short show because, well, here's what happened yesterday. Okay, so every year I have to buy wood pellets for my wood pellet stove for my shed. It's a very economical way to keep the shed warm. It's wood pellets. Well, back in March, I went to Farm Home and Fleet, or Farm Family and something, in Bowling Green next to the Ninja Steakhouse, and I had to buy 10 more bags because I was running low. Because I normally get 3 pallets, and those 3 pallets usually get me all the way through November, December, January, February, March, and into April. Well, I normally need 10 more just to get me through. So I went to the manager. His name was Jim, and very nice. And he basically said, he took me out back. He says, we've got like 15 pallets of the old ones. So if you want to buy them at a great price. Well, I didn't take him up on it because he didn't really know what the price was going to be. So I went in there after after church yesterday. And I said, hey, Jim, do you have any of these of the pallets for me? He goes, yeah. Well, the regular pallets of wood pellets, 50 bags, which is a ton basically, is $249. That was on sale. Normally they're $300. So they're on sale for $249. He saved like $50, I think. But he said, hey, I got 4 pallets of last year's wood pellets. There might be a couple bags that are bad. I got them. I said, you can have those for half price, $125. I said, I'll take them. So I got a guy from church. He's going to go pick them up, and we got to go get them around 12:30. So we're leaving here at 12:30, Daniel and I, because we got to start at Home Depot and get 2x4 so Daniel can finish the tables and put the carpet on top, so that we are all ready. And I've got a skirt that's going to go around it that says Ninko. So I'm going to set a skirt on it, and so I can get that ready for Wednesday night from the premiere episode. Ryan's going to make up a cover thing for it, so that he's going to blast that out to 500,000 people. Okay.
Are you having Joey come with the?
Yes, I already talked to him. I'm gonna let you know when we're leaving that you need to let him. I told him we'd let him know when we're 30 minutes away. Josh is going to call when he's 30 minutes away. So that's the reason I have to leave early today. Now we have 12 people watching. We have 5 thumbs up. Always important to always give us a thumbs up. It's very easy. You go into your computer and you find the video stream. Like I'm going to give it a thumbs up right now. So where is that? So the thumbs up right here. Brian, I got an ugly face. Boy, he's ugly, man. Man, is he ugly. Holy cow, is he ugly. Man. Boy. So, 1997, X, your prediction. Okay. There we go. Now I give it a thumbs up, so now I'm going to have 6 thumbs up. That should change here. So there we go. Now everybody else should give me a thumbs up too. How's that sound? Does that sound like a plan? So we're going to go over Ninko. We're going to go over Scale Electric. We're going to go over SCX, Scale Electric Digital. We're going to go over Carrera. And we're going to show you all the different cars, how they're different, how they're made. 1/32 scale cars are pretty much the same in the sense a lot of them have. They did have the Hobbichi motor. It was a standard motor in most cars. Now SCX, they had their own motor. Okay. They developed their own design motor. That was completely different than all the cars that were put in Fly, Ninko, and Carrera. Now Fly or Scale Electric is making their new. Now they have these new micro motors that can fit into smaller chassis because they're changing chassis because they'd have to do a certain car, but it proportionally didn't look right, so they changed the chassis or the motor. Like, for example, the open-wheeled narrow cars, like the Mini Coopers. They can make the Mini Cooper smaller and then put a smaller motor in it, which they have. That's what they've done to them. And so that is what we are doing today in the workshop. And I wanted to let everybody know that today would be We are still thinking about the 6-lane layout. I have to decide how I want to, because basically we'd have to totally refit the entire layout. I'd have to tear the thing completely down. I'd have to replace all the borders. Those would all go. Because number one, they have to be put in differently. I have to get rid of the guardrails. That's one thing I want to do, is get rid of the guardrails. Because they, I mean, the guardrails are important. I mean, but sometimes people, I think the wider cars, they hitch them, but they, I mean, a guardrail, if you don't put a guardrail on, it's the border that's helping keep the car, keep the cars on the track. So we are still investigating that idea of going to 6 lanes. It would be a major refit. That would have to be a video that I would have to do. Major refit. And but we are ending August, and we're moving into the fall, which will be a lot more activities going on. We have the slot car show that's going on, the Cleveland Slot Car Show in the October 28th, 29th, and 30th. That's a Saturday and Sunday. It starts on Saturday at 5 p.m. and it runs all the way till Sunday. And we on Friday go to a 6-lane routed track. I know that the only problem with doing that, UNM, is that it doesn't, if I do the routed track, then it might take away from me selling more sets. Okay. Not everybody has the money to spend on, a routed track. Okay. And plus, that's the other thing about a route track is, a route track is boom, you're done. That's, now if you do a layout like I did it with the trees and all that, yeah, you can't move the layout. But I do want to do I think I want to do a different type of layout. The only problem is that if you don't do a bridge, the outside lane, I mean, if you don't do a bridge, the outside lane is always longer. Okay. I mean, unless you do a lot of curves to where the outside lane then goes on the inside lane, then goes on the outside lane. But even then, the outside lane is always longer than the inside lane. Unless you do a crossover to where then all the track is almost the same. They're a little different, but because you're going, one end of the track could be on the outside lane, and the other track you're on the inside lane. Now, the center 2 lanes, basically 3, 4, 3 and 4, 3 and 4 would be the shortest lanes, 3 and 4. That's why everyone races in every lane and you add total laps. Yes, I agree. Go to a 6-lane routed. Maybe I could have a 6-lane routed track for special events. Maybe that's what I do, because I do have an extra table. And yours is not that big of a table. Yours is what, 8 foot by 3 or 4 or 5? 8 by 5, I think that you have. I think. So that's what's going on this week. We will have race night on Thursday, but there will not be any auction. 12 by 4. But that didn't seem like 12 feet. But it probably is. Tennessee. Are you being washed out in the rain, Adam? There's a lot of rain in Tennessee and Kentucky. Have you gotten washed out yet? No. Well, these 3 new sets. All right, what happened there? Side of my stand here. For some reason I keep touching the on and off switch. So we got three new sets coming in. That is the Tokyo. We're gonna be doing commercials on these next week with the TV station. We also have the double 8 layout racing. And actually this is becoming my favorite set, which I think everybody should get if they got a grandson or they got a kid that's up to 14 years old. Get him something he doesn't even expect to get. And that is the Scooby Dooby set with the blue Batmobile. 4 gear. Both these are 4 gears, plus it has the loops, which I don't like necessarily, but that was kind of fun actually. Ryan is doing videos on all these. And plus, we're going to be doing commercials next Thursday. I'm doing commercials next Thursday for the Slot Car Fest or show, the Hot Cleveland show, and also the store for Christmas. Because this is really our official first Christmas, okay? Last September when we opened, we really didn't have a lot of product. I mean, we were still bringing stuff in, but there wasn't a lot of stuff here in August. There just wasn't, because the supply chain had really screwed up a lot. I had ordered a lot of stuff in August, and a lot of it came in. Some came in August. So, but a lot of people didn't advertise until I didn't do any TV advertising until September of last year, and I was realizing that a couple days ago that I had not advertised at all last Christmas. So when I started advertising, people had already done their Christmas shopping, I think, with some people. And so we're going to be blitzing, September, October, November, December. We're going to really just tell people, hey, you want to get a Christmas gift, ProTinker. We're the biggest, smallest toy store in the area. If you can't find something to get your grandkid or your dad or somebody, there's nothing to get. Honestly, really. I mean, we've got it all. There's no reason to go to Walmart. There's no reason to go to Target. I mean, if you want to get some stuff there, and if you work there, I get that, okay? But if you want to get something unique or something different, like a stocking stuff for ladies, yo-yos. $4.99. What a deal. Yo-yos. Die-cast cars. I got more die-cast. I got a bunch of these die-casts. I got some more of these halls and trailers. I'm going to be putting those up over the next couple days. I want to try to put most of them up on Wednesday. That's my day. It's to be in the workshop. But so that's that's what we're going to do next week on the 8th. And then on the 9th, I'm going to head out. And this time I'm not taking 80/90 through Chicago. I'm not going to do that again. I'm going to take the Route 40, okay, which kind of cuts this way. And I've done that a couple times when we went to Las Vegas back in 1994 with the kids. We took that route through St. Louis and cut across and then came in Nevada in the back door. So I'm going to be going that route to Vegas. I'll be driving there. I'm going to do some Adam videos on. Now I'm going to be doing some videos on YouTube right here, and then I'm going to do some on more of my other side of myself. Will be on Facebook. So in case people don't want to listen to this stuff here, they can get onto Facebook and watch my Facebook Live. So, and that'll be on the 9th, and then I'm going to do videos while I'm in Vegas, and that show starts on Tuesday and Wednesday. It's a 2-day show, and then it's over on Thursday. And then I'm going to head back on Thursday and Friday, and should be back here on Saturday the following week. And that should be, that's really the synopsis of what's going on right now. Daniel wants me to go to Mexico with him the end of October or September, I think. So I've got to figure out how I want to do that. But we got the whole month of September. It hasn't even started until Wednesday. I'm taking the Mini Cooper in tomorrow to get it fixed. So we've got all the cars, all the Auto World cars, all organized. So we've got everything in organization now. Daniel got everything organized. Off-road. Everything is all set up. And what I found out is that we got a good inventory of cars, which is important. But I also want retailers to carry stuff too, because I've never been a guy that says, hey, you know, I want all. I want more people to carry, because if more people are carrying it, more people are going to buy it. And then he might look for it and says, well, hey, I'm not getting it in my hobby store, or he might be out of it, but I'll just go to ProTinkerToys, or I might go to my other local place to find it. So we also, I want to try to get more and more retailers to carry it, and so that there's more for everybody to get. Okay. That's about the story here. Now we've got 3 new cars coming in, Scale Electric. I was hoping those would come today. We have a BMW. We have the Blues Brothers. We do have one left. I realized this. I have one left of the Knight Rider car. I couldn't believe I sold all these Knight Riders. I have 24 of them. I got one Knight Rider, item number C4226. I don't think I have any more of them. I don't. I have one more. Wait a minute. Wait. Yeah, I got one left. Wow. I thought I had more of these. Huh. Now this is the car that I was telling you about. So this is a scale electric car that has their new motor in it. Let me show you this car. So this is a scale electric car. And as you can see, it's a very narrow, this is a Lotus. And these are the 1960s. These are one of my favorite, these are actually my favorite. And so they would make these cars back in the 60s like this. But the motors were thin, long, very thin. And I don't have any of those cars. But let me take this off real quick. So the motor is right here. This little piece right there is the motor, and there's the magnet. See, and they've really changed how they made these, where they've really put a lot of detail in the suspension and all the struts, okay? They just put a lot of, there's a lot of attention to detail, okay? And when you do that, that drives up the cost of these cars. They no longer become, okay, so like, it's like, I can show you exactly. Hold on a second. So here's a car from the 1960s, okay? And people have to get an understanding that's why these cars are so expensive. Now, I would not, if I was the company that was making these cars, if I was Scale Electric, I would have two different divisions or two different lines, okay? That we would make special cars for the collectors, but our general public, we are pricing them out of the market, okay? With a lot of these cars. Now, is that a beautiful car? Yeah. See the detail? Okay, so this is a car that came out in the 60s. Probably cost $4.95, $5, maybe $7. Okay. You see the difference in detail? See the driver? It's just a head. I'm just trying to give people understanding of that's why these cars cost so much nowadays. Is that now, see, like Carrera, so their car, so this right here is a generic. Now see how the windows are all blacked in? It's a very cheap car to make. You don't have to do all the interior parts like you would with this right here. Okay. And even here, it's showing the steering wheel and the driver, okay? Well, how much would it be to just put black windows on that car? It would probably knock $10 off the price of the car. I'm not kidding. Knock $10 price off the car. Now, another thing, too, these are all stickers. Well, temple printing is a lot of money to do that. I would go back to stickers on some cars. That's a Mitsubishi. That's what most cars nowadays have those, especially Carrera, the old Scale Electric, Ninkos. All Ninkos have these sealed motors. So that's kind of what I wanted to kind of show. And I've told you this before that, you know, that's, you know, the people wanted more and more detail in their cars. Now, like this is the box version of Scale Electric. These are their low end. Now they show the detail, but they're not too much detail. I mean, you see the guy inside there, but there's not much detail of inside the car. Where this one right here, so you can see the seat belts. See the seat belts? Can you see the seat belts? Well, that adds another $1 to the car. Just those seat belts at $1. Lights, the circuitry, they're not just light bulbs anymore. They're actually circuits. Those cost money. They add up probably another $10 to the car. I would just go back to regular lights. Forget all these LEDs and all that. That adds price to the car. Or sell them as a kit. If you want to light up your car later, here's the kit. But that's why these cars have kept going up. Like this right here. Here's a prime example. So this is a Bachmann car. Bachmann. Okay, just a simple, I mean, this is about as basic. Look at this. This is a Porsche. Okay. 1/43rd scale, really. And then this is a SCX 130 or 43rd. A little more detail. Okay. And your motor is a little different. That's a little tiny cam motor. But that basically is why I've told you that before too. But and the company that started all this, okay, the company that started all this detail, or made everybody else go into more detail, is this company. I'll tell you right now. This car came out in 2000. Okay, they were making these cars back in 1997, 98, 99. And that's Fly. Here's one of their older cars. No, that's 1980. Well, no, that's a Fly. No, that would be. Well, this one's prime example. So this is what they were making back in 2000. And this was their standard cars guy. I wish anybody would understand. This is what a Fly was always doing. But their cars were $10 to $20, $30 more expensive than anybody else's car because you're getting this. Now, everybody is doing it. And Fly is out of business. Then you've got Scale Electric. Okay, so this is SCX. So I started with SCX basically. This is 1998. I started with SCX in 1997. Well, actually, we brought over Irwin Toy was selling SCX from 1998, 99, and we got rid of the line in 2000. So this was one of, because they started in 1997. People think time frame, and they think too far. And 1997 is when TechnoToys, this company right here, took over making SCX. The old company was Exxon. Actually, Matchbox, then Exxon. And Matchbox, I've got those. I've showed you those before. And I've always told you about Matchbox cars, how they evolved. That was SCX before TechnoToys. Matter of fact, when I started with SCX, I had pallets to these cars. Pallets. I had thousands of these cars. I mean, just thousands of them. Because we bought them all at a great price. I can't tell you what the numbers are. I can't tell you what I paid for them. You'll probably shoot me. What? What? So this was SCX second car that they came out with. Okay, and this they came out with in 1998, okay? This is when things started to evolve very quickly, all right? And I want to show you, so this is SCX in 1998. Let me show you a Hornby in 1998. So this was SCX in 1998. Notice where tempo printing, really nice interior detail. Look at the drivers. Okay, a nice driver, interior, nice. Okay. So that's 1998. Here is a I love this. Here is a 1998 car from Scale Electric because they hadn't even changed. They haven't even gotten anywhere near. And I got a ton of these cars.
So that will have to be fixed, and then like, we'll get the rest of these out, and keep the container, make one row of just those. You know how to do it, right? But that'll be, this is the wall I want you to work on to and basically restocking everything. Okay, like I want this to look full again. With all the guns, like it looks like a good army. Stop. Make sense?
Who's that? And those are just, that's just a click on thin. And this was just about as basic as you can get. This is what Scale Electric was making back in 1997 and 98. Hornby. This is what SCX Technitoy was then making. But before that, just 2 years before, they were making this. So that is the evolution of slot cars. Now here is when this is another nice car. This was Scale Electric. See how they were improving. This is in 1998. So the evolution of cars all started with Fly. Fly is the one that started it all. They all started. Fly started. See the interior, the detail. Okay, all the interior details. You know how much that adds up price to the car? Look at all this right here. That's all cost money. You just don't do all this paint and that not adds at least $5 to the overall cost of the car. Now, if you want to spend more money on racing than on the looks of your car, then that's where I would then go. If I was the owner of these companies, I would go to not necessarily have a line that look nice, but I don't want to have every single one of my cars, are $100 cars, because you're driving half your customers away. But that's a Scale or that's a Fly car. And now this is a Ninko. This is a Fly car too. Look at all the detail. Look at all the painting that has to be done on the bottom. It's about to make it look nice. That's a front wheel motor. Some people don't like front wheel. Notice, look at that. They had to paint her face. Do you know how much that cost? That adds another price to the car. Then we've got Ninko. Ninko did a lot of, and so did Scale Electric, or SCX. And SCX and Ninko, because they were kind of the same, they're Spanish and they were same family or, friends and all that. They started doing cars that, had water effects, like that snow effect. Okay. This has got 2 drivers inside. What? See how it's got 2 drivers inside? That costs extra. That adds at least $5, and it might add $10 to the other. Okay, so if this car did not have all this fancy stuff on it, just had mirrors, okay, and it didn't have all this painting and just had black windows, they could probably make this car for Retail $19.99. Oh, easy. See, like this is a Mini Cooper. See the motor in this Mini Cooper? And let me show you a Mini Cooper from SCX or Scale Electric. So we got another Mini Cooper, but here's a Mini Cooper. Okay, where are my Mini Coopers? Now, notice the difference in size of these? This is more proportionally sized than this. See this right here? Now, which one do you think is more correct scale of size? It's this one. Now, this is a more modern car, okay? But I would wager to say this was a little, if this thing was real to scale to this one, this might be a little small. Not a lot, but it would be a difference. Oh yeah, it'd have to be. And see, this has the new motor. They put new motors in these. So that would be a completely different race by racing this versus this right here. And while I'm in Vegas, I'm going to be start doing the catalog for all of, I'm going to start with Ninko. Ninko is going to be the first catalog of all the cars. Then I'm going to go to Fly, then Carrera, then Scale Electric. It's going to take a long time to do Scale Electric because there's more of those than Fly. Fly is kind of drying up, so I don't have as many Fly cars as I used to have. I still have a lot of Fly cars, but a limited number of certain vehicles. And that's the Mini Cooper. These are priced to race, I think, for 25 bucks. I got like 50 of them left. These are all the price to race cars. So if you want to buy a bunch of cars from me, you just call me and say, hey Brian, I want 10 132nd scale cars. Call me and I'll just give you a special price for 10 cars. And they'll all be in these price to race, okay? 10, you got to buy 10. All right, I'll give you a special price. Scale Electric, or I mean SCX, those are getting very limited. I only have like 10 cars left. I don't have a lot of those, but I do have a lot of the old SCX cars, a lot of F1s, and then we have all the Carrera cars. But I kind of want to go history of cars and prices and why prices are the way they are. Because I don't think a lot of people know really why cars are the price there are right now. You take like something like this. Those are nice. So that is what I'm going to go in detail on our live stream on Wednesday. It's going to be called 132nd 101. The Basics with Brian Young. Listen, I've been selling it for nearly 25 years. Okay, I do know what I'm talking about. Now, I'm not an expert. I'm an expert at selling. Okay, I can tell you why. Ninko track to me is the best of all the track. It's a little wider, plus it's flexible plastic, and its connectors are very nice tight. Now, Scale Electric, then their track is Their track is the flat. Their track is flat, very flat, which I think tends to let the cars slide. But you know, that's somebody's profession or personal opinion. So, and then you get the converter tracks, and then you can convert these to run on. And then if you notice, see, this is an SCX track and Ninko track. See, Ninko really almost copies SCX, but they did want to make it a little wider, and it is almost an inch wider. Inch wider. Well, I'm going to have to. My mouth is starting to get sore. I can't talk a lot. I have to do. So far, it's okay. It's over here, needs to be adjusted. Right up here needs to be adjusted. I think it's rubbing my my gum. Little touchy. On the other side, it's okay. I can push that. It's not a problem. I push over here. A little sensitive. But overall, I give it a 90% success. I think that's pretty good. 90%, maybe 80. So I'm going to come back over here. I don't know if Ryan wants me to leave this on because I'm going to leave here in about 20 minutes. So, Daniel and I are going to go get the wood. He's going to redo the legs because I didn't do them right. And he's going to put the carpet on the top of the tables. And then I'm going to go over and pay for the wood pellets. And then we will come back. Oh, everybody say hello to Dakota. Dakota, did you get your hair cut? No, I didn't think so. How's the school doing, Dakota?
Very tired.
How can you be tired, Dakota? It's only Monday.
Exactly, that's the reason. It's Monday.
You gotta be kidding, right, Dakota?
Not kidding.
Dakota, how can you be this way? Can you at least say hi to everybody?
Nope.
Why not?
Wants to.
Why don't you? What everybody else did that worked here, everybody else, Adam would say hi. And are you shy or something? Well, come on, Dakota. What do you think, Dakota? Can you just give me one, hey, hi, guys? Just say hi, guys. You're not going to say hi, guys?
Mm-mm.
Unbelievable. For the love of Mike. Well, we'll have to come over there. Hey, I like your shorts. Of course, I don't know if I approve with the leggings all the way up to your knees. Especially when
The
it's,
only socks I have.
you know, when it's hot. I just feel like I'm going to sweat, you know. You know what I'm saying, Dakota?
Sure.
Or you don't think so? You think I'm picking on you, Dakota?
I'm just trying to work.
He's trying to work, guys. Dakota's trying to work. Okay, so How we doing, guys?
Good. How you doing?
Great.
We're here to look around. We see
Awesome. Good. That's what we want. Thanks
Yeah,
a lot.
We see all your crazy commercials.
Oh, awesome.
I'm
Look
Todd,
around. The
this is-
vault is over there.
Right.
You got stuff down that aisle. You got stuff down that aisle. Most of the toys are in here, and then a lot of toys and hobbies are down throughout
Like
the place.
HOs and all
Yep,
that.
all
kind of
that.
stuff.
Yep.
How's business going?
Awesome.
Good. Good.
You know, it's the end of summer, so it's a little slower than normal, but it's going to pick up.
No, that should pick up now.
Yeah, it's going to pick up. So don't forget, guys, to get on the website right below the name and order your catalog, which has all the cars in HO.
Those are cool. Yeah.
So if you're missing some, you can basically get everything. Now I'll be doing a parts one too. I just haven't got to that one. I'm going to be working on that over the next on Wednesday. What time is it? It's 1:15. I think I'm going to leave this. Do you want me to turn it off or leave it with you?
Yeah, you can shut her down. You did a good job.
He doesn't want to talk to you guys.
Oh no, I need to focus on working.
Yeah,
Trying to get
right.
Stuff done.
Right. I get it. I get it.
What?
Well, let's see. We'll do a real quick video on how Dakota's doing in shipping. Coming over here. Here's his leggings, and he's gonna getting that packed. Look at how well he's doing. He's getting those nice and neatly packed. Look at how well he's doing. Let's check it how he's doing. And look at that. Oh boy, he does that. He wraps that really nice, like Tim. He really learned from Tim, I think.
Tim
what
learned from me.
he learned from you.
Yep.
Holy cow. Holy cow, you got that? I would wrap that one too.
Yeah.
And very good, Adam. Dakota. And he's learning this. He puts everything in the system and then he's printing a label for it. He's got his box cutter. Make sure you don't cut your hand off. That's very important. And make sure you don't laugh or giggle or do anything else. Because I know that you're doing a very good job here, and that's what we love to see. And Ryan is not doing much, which that's the problem.
Because you don't understand what I'm doing doesn't mean
He's not doing anything really.
So what's the deal with this? You couldn't find these cars? Is that why?
What?
The circle ones you can't find? Or
Got them all. They're all right there.
Oh, the circles made it confusing.
No,
And these
everything
are all
is-
pre-orders? These are coming?
Yes. No, I can't find that car.
So what do we do? Just refund and ship?
I guess.
I need to show Dakota how to do the refunds.
All right, guys. It's been 1 hour. I thought we had a good show today. Really big show. So we're gonna head off today, and then you don't know what's gonna happen this week. We'll be setting up the video for the 132nd 101 with Brian. That's the name of the show. And we'll be setting that up here. And then Ryan will be putting a tag to that and an email. So he'll have that ready for Wednesday to get blasted out to people for Wednesday night. Now, it'll not always be live. Sometimes it'll be taped where I'll just do an hour video and then upload it. So that I can concentrate more on doing the video and not talking to talking to people in the comment line here. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a great day.